Short video. I've just come out of those hills there. It's called the plantation over at West Quantoxhead. You can get through there and get up on the top on the hills. This is the church of St Etheldreda, St Audries, West Quantoxhead. I've been inside and taken a few photos and a small video. Had a little picnic in the porch in the cool. The toilets weren't open, which I thought was a shame, to be quite honest. Why they didn't have the loos open, I don't know. I didn't even know you could open them. They didn't look like there was a keyhole or anything. Never mind, it'll evaporate. Peregrine House, welcome to the party. Yeah, there's an old school up there. There's the pub, the Windmill Inn at West Quantoxhead. A lot of travellers will stop there, and here we got the lodge coming up down here. We've got the West Quantox Lodge to St Audries, where they of course hold lots of functions, including weddings like my daughter in the mansion. They stayed there as well. Some people stayed there 2 nights. And they had the grounds. They were allowed to go around the grounds. They had a bar there. Yeah, it was a beautiful event, really, for my ex-husband who paid for it all, and my daughter and my son and my children, and his side of the family, her husband. They're now getting divorced, by the way. So money doesn't buy you love. It's true, it don't. They had that lovely wedding. I mean, really. Anyway, it's not for me to judge. That is life. That is life. That's what happens. Win some, lose some. There's a wild deer herd, but we are allowed to walk about. No one's told me I can't. I'm going to do some pictures in a minute. Now what I'll do a short video, and then the deer are probably over this hill here in a field. That's where they normally are. It's well maintained, and there were some lovely images of my daughter and her husband round by a lake. The Orangerie, which is I can't say it properly, Orangerie. It's where they had the ceremony, and then we went back in the house to have the meal. Then in the evening we used the big hall for dancing and all the family and friends gathering for the evening session. It was an all-day thing. Right, just zoom in. There's a deer. There's lots of deers, but the sun's in my eyes that way. But there's one deer, and there's one. Could be one there behind the tree, and there's others along there. I'm just going to turn off to get some pictures again of the house here, and then I'm coming back on the video again. Over and out a minute. Right, a little bit more of video. There'll be very short videos. I've got to remember to link them up. Under the tree there's a lot of deer, look. See? Sheltering out of the heat. They're sensible, aren't they? Probably bambinos there. There's the bit of the church there sticking up. I've just walked from there. And this is the drive leading up where I drove Alberta. First of all, I drove Alberta around there. Then I brought her back and we went in the front entrance to park. Last time on my way in the opposite direction, I came down from fields up there. But I don't need to do that. That was the diversion that someone gave me that took me on a wild goose chase. But I did learn a bit when you make mistakes. It does help you learn about a place. Look at these big oak trees there. God, that's big, isn't it? That's big. I didn't know I had the video on then. Hello, big tree. Of course, in our family history, we had mansions and grand places in our tree. The Stutvilles. Don't know if it was as grand as this, but somewhere within the tree there is. Now, the Holly Cottage, Windsor House and Brimmett's Lodge is where some people stayed when they came for the wedding. They'd stayed in those little cottages up there. And this is... And Georgia stayed in the main house. They had like big wedding rooms for the bride and groom and all that, you know. I'm going to turn off again now. There's the church, St Audries Church up there. St Etheldreda. And then we've got the mansion house there. There's the Orangerie. Georgia had her service in there, and it was really lovely, so well decorated. Music, and oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Like I said, the food, the main meal took place in the house, and it was a beautiful wedding. I'm just wondering if there's a way that way. I'm not going to do it today, of course, but there looks to be a path, isn't there, down there? There's one over there. There's a different path there. There's a different path there. I wonder where that goes. Let's just go and have a look. Let's just do a bit of exploring a minute. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. I remember that beautiful little room, the Orangerie. It was magical, that wedding. In our family, it must have been one of the most magnificent weddings we've had since we were back in time. My mum would have been so happy. This place reminds me of my mum, because Edward, our close Polish friend, was the chef out here when it was the girls' school. And he used to stay out here and everything. He knew this place. You know? He knew this place. So I'm just doing a little bit of exploring, because I noticed there's a path out here. I'm not quite sure where it goes, but we just have a quick look. That's why I like doing something slightly different, even if it's walking in the opposite direction. See? Even though that goes to a dead end there, I think. Let's have a look. Battery exhausted.